Colleen, literally. Hello everybody. It's already like 5 or 6 p.m. I haven't filmed anything today. Just been enjoying my little family. I had therapy today, which was emotional, but good. My mom is here. Apparently there's some sort of fire in LA that you can see from our house, so I'm gonna go take a look at that. Look at that big old cloud. It's pretty far away, but you can still see. It doesn't look like a fire cloud because it's so white. Guys, I have horrible news. My Tamagotchi has died. Rest in peace, little Tamagotchi. What's it doing right now? Yeah, there's like a grave. There's a little grave site. That's so sad. You know, I will say I was feeding it every day and I was doing all the things, cleaning its turds. I think that just like after a certain amount of time, they just die, like, and then you start over again. It's very sad, but also kind of exciting because I was over it. That was a pretty long time. I feel like I've had that thing for a while. All right, it's bedtime for Flynn, but I promised him we could do Marching with the Ants one more time before bedtime. So that's what we're gonna do, but you're not gonna hear that song because it's copyright and you're gonna hear something else. Lovey.
Yeah.
You gotta squish your head. Lovey. He caught the woe. I didn't really film much today. I'm very sleepy. I have nothing to say. I don't even know why I turned on the camera. Like, I literally have nothing to say, except I didn't film anything today. So maybe I'll film more later when I think of something to say. Right now, I'm very tired. Hey everybody, so I have a few things I want to talk about. One, can't believe my Tamagotchi died. Rest in peace, girl. I will miss you. You are in the arms of the angels. Fly away from here. We shall miss you, girl. I never even named her, but she's dead. 2, tomorrow I'm excited because I'm doing this new series as Miranda. I love doing this series as Miranda. I did one when I lived in New York that I loved and I worked really hard on, and then I did one at the beginning of quarantine here. I haven't done one since then and I've been wanting to, but haven't figured out what I want to do, and now I figured out what I want to do. But it requires me to film with other people. The problem is I'm not seeing other people because we're in quarantine and I don't even like social distance hang out with people. Like, I don't see people, but I think I figured out a way to film with people but without being close to them. So I'm very excited. So I'm gonna film with my first person tomorrow for the series and I hope it goes well. I'm really excited. So tomorrow you'll get to see who that is. The next thing I want to talk about is therapy, because I've been talking about the last couple of days. You guys saw me a couple of days ago talk about how I'm frustrated because my anxiety and my skin picking disorder are not really getting better, and I've been really overwhelmed and just over analyzing everything that's wrong with me. I read the comments. You guys are all really sweet, but a lot of you said, like, girl, maybe it's time for a new therapist. I mean, maybe I do need a new therapist, I don't know, but I think the issue is that I was not being honest enough with my therapist. I was just like, yep, I will do my homework, and yes, I'm doing better, and yes, everything is good and everything is happy and everything is okay. okay, which is not helpful. So today in therapy, I was just really honest and just kind of sobbed and was like, I'm not doing well. And my anxiety's been really bad, and I just like have been, but how I work is I like everything to be happy and everything to be good. And I don't like if anyone's upset with me, like I panic, and if anything's wrong or bad or not good, I really panic and I freak out. And so I think I was trying to like, even though I knew I was kind of a mess in my mind, I was kind of bottling it in, and like, so I just kind of let it all out today, and I was just like, I'm not doing okay. I cannot do this meditation stuff and this writing everything down every time I pick up my skin, and like every time I'm anxious, and like I'm focusing on it too much, and I can't just like write it down like quickly and be like, oh, I picked at my skin today at this time, this is how I was feeling, and then move on with my day. I overanalyze it and I overthink it, and then I feel like there's something wrong with me, and I feel like I failed, and I feel like I'm not good enough, and then I just spiral and I get upset with myself, and I just think all these things in my head, but I don't express them out loud, and it was just like a cycle of that for weeks, and it was hurting me mentally, and so I just kind of expressed all that to her, and she was like, okay, you know, we have a whole new game plan now, but it was draining to talk about it, and so I think that's why I didn't film much today. I just felt really like drained and exhausted, and just kind of wanted to veg out. But I'm really glad my mom is here. I asked her to come help with Flynn so that, you know, I can really focus on work and things that, you know, fulfill me, so that I'm not so focused on my mental issues, because nothing makes me happier than hanging out with Eric and Flynn. Like, Flynn is my everything. He's my whole heart, and I love hanging out with him 24/7. But something else that really fulfills my heart and my soul is working and being creative. If I'm around Flynn, I want to be around Flynn. Like, I don't want to do anything but be with Flynn. And Eric and I are really good at taking turns, like parenting. We're either together with Flynn, or one of us has him. We really try to give the other person their space to do what they need to do, but also we're with him all the time. So with my mom here, it's giving me a couple days to kind of calm down, because I've had a few like anxiety panic attacks the last few days and have been really emotional, and so it's giving me the space to kind of like breathe for a minute, and I'll still be with Flynn 24/7, but like I won't feel bad going away for a few hours to film tomorrow, or locking myself in a room and writing for a few hours tomorrow. I'm really grateful she came, because I am just kind of a mess, as we all are. But the last thing I want to talk about was I was going through old journals yet again, because I'm actually looking for this one specific journal entry, and I cannot find it because I'm working on a project, and there's this one journal entry I really need, and in it is a letter from a guy from college. I really want to find this letter because it's good, and I need it for this project. And so anyway, I was looking for it, didn't find it, but I did find this, which was really interesting. And I wanted to read it to you guys to end the vlog today, because I feel like it might help some of you out there. I was 16 when I wrote this. I was in high school. First of all, it's interesting to see that I still have a lot of similarities from when I was 16 years old, but also it's nice to see how life changes in a good way, because I know being a teenager is really hard, and especially in a time like right now, being a teenager is really hard. So if there's any teenagers watching, or anyone just kind of going through a hard time, this might be interesting for you to hear, because I think being a teenager is like the hardest time of life. You have all these emotions, you don't know how to deal with them, you're like going through so many feelings that you've never felt before, trying to navigate life. You're not a little kid, but you're kind of treated like a kid, but you're not an adult. So if you're treated like an adult, you don't feel ready to be treated like an adult. You're in this like weird space. No one treats you how you want to be treated. No one respects you. So people are like, grow up, you're not a kid, but also you're not an adult, so you don't get a say, but also you need to be responsible, but also you're not old enough to be responsible. And you're going through all of that, and it's hard. And I feel like people aren't respectful enough of teenagers and what they're going through, and don't listen to them enough. That's how I feel. And I hope that when my kids get to be in their teenage years, that they feel that I respect them. I don't know, it's a confusing time. I'm rambling, but I found this little entry and I wanted to read it to you. So I have this journal. There's all these bookmarks from a video I did like a couple years ago. I talking to an ex-boyfriend of mine, and these are a lot of the entries about him. This is like a notepad that is stapled into my diary, and it says this: sleeping is not an option. There's a war of confusion in my mind. It's so dramatic. I read that first sentence and I was like, me now. Like, I don't sleep at all anymore. Like, my anxiety makes it so I don't sleep. Obviously I didn't know I had anxiety then. I didn't even know what anxiety was in high school. But anyway, sleeping is not an option. There is a war of confusion in my mind. As I look at old notes to my friends, I realize how much I miss worrying about stupid petty things like a new zit and who likes who. My entire life revolved around silly gossip. Now I lay and try to sleep, but can't think of anything except how I'm being forced to become an independent adult at the age of 16, and it scares the living crap out of me. I'm already supposed to have applications filled out to the best colleges to fit my future, and I don't even know what I want to be. Right now, I just want to be on Broadway, eat, breathe, and live for the stage, but I'm only 16. I love this so much. I love it because it's like, I was this 16-year-old little girl who was like scared and didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I thought like the only thing I want is Broadway, but that's not attainable for me. Like that's not something I could ever achieve. That's the only thing I want. I was so stressed, and so it's so interesting to see like how stressed I was and how anxious I was and how I couldn't sleep, and I'm still like that, and all I wanted was to be on Broadway. And I just want to go back in time and shake that 16-year-old and be like, you're gonna do it, you're gonna go to Broadway. And I also wanted to read that in case anyone else out there, like literally I'm wearing my own merch that says theater kid, but I wanted to say in case there's anyone watching who's like in their teen years or in their adult years and is like, gosh, I have this dream I want to do, but it's so unattainable, like it's just, it could never happen for me. Like it can, because it happened for me, and I feel like it continues to happen for me even through all these growing pains and dealing with mental struggles and challenges in life. Wonderful things can still happen even when you're in your darkest times. Like, I think it's just a nice reminder. Anyway, I'm gonna keep reading. I'm so young. How do I decide what to do with the rest of my life at 16? This is stupid. I haven't slept in weeks because I'm always so worried. My way of dealing with things that scare me is to just push it away, forget about it, and ignore it. It works for a while, but then it swings back and hits me in the face like a boomerang. Okay, JoJo, see your reference. JoJo wasn't even born yet. It hits me in the face like a boomerang. Here you go, dumb. You forgot this. I try to think of someone else to blame, but for once in my life, I can't. It's my fault. I hate it. I'm an idiot. I don't want to be responsible. I don't want to think about my future. I want to live for the moment. I want to have fun. But no, I had 16 years of fun, and that's all I get. It's time for hard work and dedication now. I sound like such a baby. I'll admit it. I am a baby. I just want to lay in bed all day with my blankie and not think about anything. I have a hand cramp. Life's too scary for me. I can't handle it. If I'm going this insane now, what will I be like in college or after college? What will I be like in 20 years? I don't even want to know. Puberty is the most annoying thing ever. It really gets you thinking about the weirdest things. Just today I was thinking about death. If I died, who would care? Who would cry? Or what if my dad died? Or my friends? All I think about is death and college. I think it's hailing outside. Oh, I'm so weird. I don't know what I would do without my dad. If he wasn't here, I probably wouldn't go to college. I love him so much, I can't even explain it. I tried to go to sleep, but couldn't stop thinking. Then I heard thunder and got out of bed and walked around. I saw a pad of paper and a pencil and just started to write. I think I need a shrink, which I remember now is like, might be like not a nice word, but is what you used to call like a therapist. Funny enough, now I'm in therapy. I just think this whole note is so funny because there's like so many moments of it that are so me. Like the pushing things under a rug and like I just want everything to be happy. That has not changed at all. Just that life is, it all works out, and there are scary and hard times, and there are plenty of times I feel like this still, like this 16-year-old girl, have those same feelings, but now at least like there are other things in life that make me feel really happy and fulfilled and excited and creative and wonderful. And so I just wanted to read that in case there's anyone out there who's feeling those feelings. It gets better. It's gonna be okay, and you can achieve your dreams and things can turn out all right. Life is gonna be scary sometimes. That's part of life. And that was a big thing we talked about in therapy today, was she was like, it's important for you to feel those sad feelings. Like, you shouldn't be afraid to feel those things and to cry. Like, you need to. And one thing that she said that really stuck out at me today was she was like, you need to show Flynn that it's okay to feel those feelings. And she is so right, because especially that since I have a little boy, I want to teach him, a little boy, and all boys out there, that it's cool to feel your feelings. It's cool to be emotional and to be sensitive and to understand I'm feeling sad right now and this is why, and I'm feeling frustrated right now and this is why, and those things are okay. Because I think a lot of times boys are taught that crying or being emotional makes you weak. And I think that's a dangerous way to think. And so, and girls think that too, but I really think that is really hammered into young boys. I want Flynn to know that it's cool to understand your feelings and know your feelings and cry if you need to cry, and be frustrated if you need to be frustrated, and be happy when you want to be happy. Yeah, so when she said that, I was like, oh, that is so true. Like, I need to like make sure to tell myself it's okay to feel these things. Anyway, sorry the last few days have been a little wonky, but I've been a little wonky, and I'm vlogging every day, so you guys get to see my wonks. And right now I'm having a wonk. So I think tomorrow will be better because I got that therapy session out of the way and I cried and I went through it, girl. And tomorrow, now I feel motivated and ready to like do what I love and be creative and feel fulfilled in other ways than just being a mommy. Because yes, being a mommy makes me the most fulfilled and the happiest. It is everything to me. But I also want to show moms out there it's okay to be more than just a mom. It's okay if you're a stay-at-home mom, like that's the hardest job in the world, and I applaud you and I think you're a superhero. But if there are moms out there who have a yearning and a desire to do other things, and other things fulfill you too, it's okay to pursue those things and want to do those things too. That's what I'm gonna do the next couple of days is, oh my God, there's a huge spider. Ew. Should I squash the Miranda face and kill the spider? I'm scared. I did not squash the spider. I'm letting it live, but I'm scared. Anyway, sorry I just talked your ear off about kind of nothing, but yeah, it was a weird wonky day, and wonky days are okay. And it was a nice reminder to read an old journal entry that reminded me I've always been like this. I've always been this like emotional girl who beats herself up, who holds everything in until I explode. Then I get motivated to get back up and keep going, and that's life, and I think that's a lot of people, and that's okay. That's all I wanted to say. I was in the middle of something when I saw that spider, and I was trying to say to the moms out there, like, you can be a badass mom and be a stay-at-home mom and you're a rock star, and you can also be a badass mom who works full-time and you're still a badass mom, and you can be a badass mom if you work and you stay home. Oh my God, my door just slammed shut for no reason. That's all. And tomorrow I'm going to be a mother trucking mom who works her butt off doing what she loves. That's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I am excited to film, be creative, and right now I'm gonna go to bed. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support and love and kindness. You guys are just the best. I feel really, really lucky to have you. And thanks for sticking with me on the fun days where we have Christmas and like 90s day and fun craziness, and I'm making fun weird treats and doing crafts. And you also stick it out with me when I have like emotional, like wonky days, and I really appreciate it. So thanks for sticking with me through all of it. I love ya. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.